How to get a birth certificate for a newborn baby. Importantly, without bribe. We need to understand the end-to-end procedure so that we can easily get the birth certificate. Very important thing we need to understand here is RCH number or RCH ID. After 12 weeks of pregnancy, you have to apply for RCH number or RCH ID. You can apply that through online application, and then the concerned primary health care nurse will contact you and then do some verification, and then you'll be getting the RCH number or RCH ID. Or you can directly approach the primary health care nurse of your jurisdiction and you can get yourself checked with nurse, and then the nurse would provide you the RCH number or the RCH ID. When you apply online, you will get the RCH number or the ID to your mobile number. There will be an SMS sent once this RCH number, RCH ID is processed for you. What is next? Once you receive an RCH number, just wait until the baby is born. Once the baby is born, the actual birth registration process starts. Who initiates this? It is the hospital which initiates the birth registration process. As soon as the baby is born, the hospital collects some information from you. Mother's name, father's name, and the address, and then the Aadhaar details of both the parents. Here the important thing that we need to note is the RCH number. Without RCH number, government would not provide you the birth certificate. So it is very important to have the RCH number. Now let's assume that the hospital has collected the information from you. What is next? So once the hospital collects the information, it has to submit these details to the government. Here the government of Tamil Nadu. This particular information so far collected would be entered into the system which is computerized. It goes to the concerned officer for review and registration of the birth. Who is the officer responsible for birth registration, and which office is responsible for birth registration? If the hospital is located in city, then it would be the corporation office. If the hospital is situated in a small town, then it would be the municipal office. Now, how to get the birth certificate? Once the details have been submitted to the government office by the hospital. First, you have to get yourself discharged from the hospital, and then you have to approach the concerned office, either your municipal office or the corporation office. Important thing is, when you get yourself discharged, make sure you have your discharge certificate or the discharge summary issued by the doctor. Usually the mother gets the discharge summary. Sometimes the hospital provides discharge summary for the baby also. If you have both the discharge summaries, please keep them safe. What is next? When to visit the concerned office, either the municipal office or the corporation office, to get the birth certificate. So let's assume that you are discharged from the hospital and you have your discharge summary with you. At least wait for 15 days or the days advised by your hospital to visit the municipal office or the corporation office, because the information collected from you would be submitted to the concerned office. It would take at least 15 days for them to process it, because they are just submitting the hard copies or the papers to the concerned office. Though the system is digitally designed and it is available in the software, these officers still want papers. They want to see the hard copies and then sign it and then do it. Though they can do that through the software also. So we have to just wait for at least 15 days and then visit either the municipal office or the corporation office. What are the requirements while visiting the office to get the birth certificate? You have to have the baby's name, date of birth, mother's name, father's name, and then the address details. And then you have to submit a request form to the concerned officer to issue the birth certificate. Usually this form is provided at the cost of 2 rupees in the same office. This particular form format differs municipal office to municipal office and corporation office to corporation office. So you just visit your office within your jurisdiction and then get that form. This form is just going to have what is the name that you are going to keep for your baby. You are not going to make change in the baby's name. You are going to provide a pledge on that, because there are parents, after registering the baby's name, they just to visit the office and then disturb the officer to change the name and spelling changes. These are all which are really causing trouble to the officer. So they just want to make sure that you are not going to change the name after this registration. That is why they have a specific formatted request form, which is just going to be 2 rupees. You will be submitting to that officer. When you submit this form to the register of birth, he is going to issue the birth certificate instantly. He will ask you to verify the details in the system, and you will be just seeing the mother's name, father's name, date of birth, and then the baby's name, whether it is spelled correctly. You will verify everything and then you say okay to the officer. The officer just registers the birth, and in that moment the birth certificate is created into the system and you can download it online. But at that time the officer would give you one copy. For that you will be paying 200 rupees. This 200 rupees is a questionable amount, because we are already paying for the request form 2 rupees, but for each copies of birth certificate, the municipal office or the corporation office can charge you up to 200 rupees. But if you ask for a receipt, if they give you, then that is a valid amount that goes to the government. If they are not giving a receipt, it's more than likely it is a bribe. Please question the officer that why you are collecting the 200 rupees, that it is a amount that goes to government or not. Insist on a receipt for the 200 rupees. And important thing is, please do not ask for more than one copy, because for each copy they are going to charge you 200 rupees for each copy, so which is going to be costly, because this birth certificate is digitally signed and issued to the citizens. Under Section 5 of Information Technology Act 2000, any digitally signed document is equivalent to the physical copy which is physically signed. So you don't have to worry about the validity or legal status of the document when it is a soft copy with digital signature. So you can always download this from the online system. Some people, they just get many copies and pay 200 rupees for each copies without knowing the fact that the birth certificate that you are going to download is as same as what they are going to provide you. The very first time when you are registering the name, get one copy which is 200 rupees, and the very first time when you are going to register the baby's name, please get the first copy. That's it. And then download as many times as you want from the online portal. For some reason, the online link to download the birth certificate is just changing. They're just changing the URL. So what you can do is, you can always Google it, that birth certificate download Tamil Nadu, and you will get the link and you can easily go and download by providing the baby's name and date of birth. So you can search the birth certificate and then you should be able to download it to your system. It's very simple. But this procedure is different for Chennai city. For Chennai city, the government has a different URL where you can perform the similar steps. You can download the birth certificate. Now, if you are approaching a corrupt public servant in that municipal office or corporation office, what can happen is that instead of giving you the birth certificate on the same day, they are used to say a lie that the system is not working, the internet is slow, there is a power problem in their office, that they would courier the birth certificate to you. That those things are very common. We hear from the officer while you are trying to get the birth certificate from the office. How to handle that? We know what to do. Right to Information Act. We will write a Right to Information Act petition to that officer asking for a reason why the power supply was not there on that day. And we can ask how that UPS was fixed in that day. You can ask the policies and procedures followed in that office to issue the birth certificate. Is it a legal way to send the birth certificate through courier? If you ask these questions, they would call you and then give you the birth certificate instead of replying to your question. Whatever the government brings protocols to reduce the corruptions, these corrupt public servants find way to cheat the public. We will not let that happen. We know how to use the Right to Information Act. We'll definitely make sure these corrupt public servants are eradicated. And one more surprising fact here is that while they print the birth certificate, they are just printing it on a green color paper, which is an A4 sheet, and then they are just issuing it. So that we think that it is a different paper that we cannot print. It's just a A4 size paper on a green color sheet. That's it. If you have a printer, you can print it. You can print the same birth certificate at the cost of just 2 rupees at your home. If you don't have a printer, and you can approach the printing center and get that done with the cost of 10 rupees. That's it. Birth certificate that you are going to print it doesn't have to be on a green color paper. There is no requirement to print it on a color paper. A digitally signed birth certificate is legally valid. If you are just printing it on a white color A4 size paper, that is also a legally valid birth certificate and it is digitally signed. Each birth certificate comes up with a valid unique birth registration number across India. Whoever wants to verify the birth certificate, they can easily verify through government provided services. So anybody who does not accept the birth certificate printed by you, which is digitally signed, or the birth certificate that you are sending it through email, which is digitally signed, then you can very well mention that this document is legally valid under Section 5 of Information Technology Act 2000. And if you're still not accepting, you can tell them that they are violating the law, Section 5 of Information Technology Act 2000. So that's it. Thank you.